I'll do that. So, we had to come in here for one variance, but this is some housekeeping that need to be taken care of and need to be considered. This application actually came in our office way back in October, but there was a real estate transaction kind of happening at that point in time, and the property owners were maybe going to get the variance as part of the sale, but then Dr. Lacey and his wife decided to go ahead and purchase the property. They're doing a renovation project, and I'll just put the arrow up here. Let me turn it on. And so that's the house there on the corner of Shadeland and Maple. And interesting enough, there's platted setbacks of 90 feet along Maple, and then there were 35-foot setbacks platted on Shadeland, and our standard is 25 feet. The garage that you see right there actually extends into that setback. Already it's about 18 foot. So it was built over time. There was additions to this house that were done that encroached into the, at that point, 35-foot setback. That setback was revised at the Planning Commission on December 8th to 25 foot is the standard, with the kind of condition that there'd be a variance application filed also. And if successful, then they could move forward and the setback would be varied to the 18 foot. There's actually a construction project that's being planned, a renovation that sort of bumps out this part of the house. So they're behind this point, and they're really not getting closer to the setback, but again, the 25 foot's kind of in this area. In the house, so we're getting the variance for what's existing, and again, the renovations here and back here, and all of these setbacks worked fine, but the new owners wanted to get the variance to make everything kind of legal and in compliance, because right now this would be a non-conforming encroachment into the setback right here. And so they took the plat to the Planning Commission December the 8th. And again, we would have done these in November, but they were in the middle of the real estate transaction, and they wanted to make sure they got it in their name. Then they filed the applications. P&Z saw the plat, and you guys are being asked to consider the variance now on the property. Again, zone single family, so there's a 25-foot setback requirement on each frontage, so on both streets, but there's a platted 90-foot setback here. They did not change that, nor are they planning an addition. And that shows you the setbacks with the variance. So again, that shows you kind of the building sticking out into the setback, and if the variance is successful, that makes that corner of the building legal as a varied setback. And then there's the R1A standard, talks about the 25 foot. Again, another shot of the house right there. So the staff report pretty much just lays that out, makes the zoning ordinance reference of the variance that's being requested from the 25-foot front setback from an R1A district. Your review criteria and findings are in the staff report. Again, you guys can add conditions if you saw fit. We don't typically add conditions on variance unless there was a unique circumstance. Dale's here with AGE. They worked with Dr. Lacey on these exhibits. There was an architect involved too on the remodel, and I believe the permits are the next step, getting going on the construction. And again, there's no staff concerns or issues we had with the variance at all. It's just a cleanup variance for the property. And again, they didn't technically have to do the variance. The fact that they were building back here would have been fine as long as they met the 10-foot setback, and so doing a renovation here would have been fine. But they just wanted to make sure if they bump up closer to that, past that 25-foot mark, then everything's good. But there is no plans to go any closer to the street than the building that's already exists right there. So, Dale, did I miss anything on that, or?
They basically just want to get it legal.
Yep. I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have.
So the renovation is going to go all the way out to that 18-foot?
No.
It's probably not even going to go past the 25 foot.
It's going to stay in here. It's going to stay right in here.
It's going to stay inside, but the garage was across the setback line, and Dr. Lacey said, I would rather that be inside the setback lines than outside, just for future, for any other purpose. So that's the reason we're just taking it just to the outside edge of the garage.
And then the plat was approved contingent on this approval. If you guys see fit to approve the variance, there'll be a note put on the plat that refers to the variance and the new setback of 18 foot, and that would be a note on the plat that ultimately then would get recorded. But the preliminary plat, final plat's been approved by the planning commission, subject to a final note based on the variance approval.
I don't see any reason not to approve it, send the variance, one about the setback.
Anything you need to add?
Would you like me to formally read that?
Suggest that you make a motion to approve, and you could add that the lot being a corner lot means that setbacks are eating into the buildable space, and with no further incursion of the house into the setback beyond where it's already set, there won't be any disturbance to the character of the neighborhood.
I think that would be a added benefit, just make sure we don't push the rest of it out there.
Yeah, I'd make the motion to approve the variance based on what Henry previously stated.